Hey guys, and welcome back. This is the follow-up to my previous video, which was the negative things of owning a action figure collection. So in this video it's gonna be pretty much all positive things I have to say. So the biggest positive point here is the collection brings a lot of joy and happiness, especially a lot of child memories, a lot of nostalgia in regards to what movies I like and what figures I have that come from those movies. So as you can see in my horror section here, I do have most of the movies right there that these characters are part of, even up there. So another nostalgia factor, I remember having my first action figure back in 2004. You know, as a kid growing up, one of my favorite movies, and it still is probably my favorite movie from the 80s, which is the original Predator. Back in 2004 again, I remember I was going to this video store to rent movies in I think it was a Friday night. And yeah, back then we rented movies. Nowadays it's pretty much you know, Netflix and Disney Plus and whatnot. So yeah, as I was going in the store to see what movies I wanted to rent with my dad, there was an action figure section, and in that section I saw this McFarlane Toys Predator figure from the original movie, and I was like, holy shit, finally somebody did a detailed Predator figure. Because as a kid, again, I was always wanting to have one, and back then, you know, there wasn't many choices to have. I mean, Kenner did some figures back in the day, in the 90s, but before that there wasn't a lot of choice. Nowadays you have Sideshow, Prime 1, there's a lot of statues, life-size busts, 1 scale figures, 1/10 scale figures. I mean, you have a lot of Alien and Predator, you know, to choose from. So then it started from there, you know, with McFarlane Toys. I got that first Predator figure. Obviously, now looking back on it, you know, the figure didn't age very nicely, especially when, you know, you have NECA, which made theirs, which is fantastic. But yeah, so nostalgia is pretty much the biggest positive thing, you know, with this collection. It brings me a lot of memories, especially Jurassic Park, this being my favorite movie of all time. I remember having the VHS of this and just watching this movie, you know, time and time again. Again, these are made by Hammond Collection. They're very nice and detailed. So yeah, second point is, let's see here, I have a list. Seeing people's reaction. So when I have friends and family that come, I show them my room, and one of my favorite things to do is just sit back and look at their reaction while they enter the room. And 99% of the time it's very positive, especially when they see Chucky. This is probably the biggest thing that you see when you come in straight. And then the other biggest thing is the Ecto-1 from Ghostbusters. Obviously, this is still the biggest, you know, collectible in my room as of today. So, you know, people are usually freaking out. You know, they get close, they see all the head sculpt, the details, and they know right away which actor is representing the character, and they are usually blown away by the details. I mean, you know, Hot Toys are still known for doing the best head sculpt out there. And now you have companies like InArt, which are competing with Hot Toys, which is a good thing. I think competition is always good, because it forces the other company to do better products. So yeah, when people come in here, their reactions are priceless, which is a very good thing. It's very positive. So the other thing is positive to me, maybe not to a lot of people, but is cleaning the figures. So a few times a month, I just like to come into the room, remove all the figures from the shelves, putting them on a table, and just clean everything. When I do that, I usually, put some music on, usually some soundtracks from different movies, and just, I just enjoyed cleaning them. In my case, it's pretty simple. I mean, I take a brush, clean the bases, the head sculpt sometimes, just remove the dust. I'm lucky in this room because, as you can see, there's not a lot of dust. So I know people who have statues, cleaning them can be a hassle sometimes because they have fragile pieces. So far in this room, most of the dust, I would say, is on this Batmobile. But even now, it's pretty clean. This obviously attracts a lot of dust. But other than that, I mean, it's pretty easy to maintain. So yeah, the other positive part is, coming to this room, which I pretty much do once or twice a day. It removes a lot of anxiety, and it really calms me down. What I like to do is sit on a chair and just contemplate my room. It puts me in a good mood, in a good spot. If I have a bad day, which I mean happens to everyone, this really relaxes me. And for that, I think it's probably the biggest positive things that can happen. It's almost like a therapeutic, factor for me. So yeah, again, I don't do drugs, I don't buy alcohol, I don't eat at restaurants a lot. I prefer to cook at home, although I do go with my girlfriend maybe once or twice a month. So most of my money goes in the collection. And again, it's not like back in the day where you can flip figures easily and, double your money. I remember 10 years ago, 15 years ago, you could do that with Hot Toys figures. Now it's very rare. The only, rare occasions would be maybe with the new artisan figures, like the Joker, the Jack Sparrow, and if you go back, I think they've made some really rare Iron Man figures that are worth a lot of money. But other than that, most of the Hot Toys figures that come today, they are not that rare. I mean, for instance, these Core Scale figures, if I buy them from Sideshow nowadays, again, most of these are sold out, except for the Batman. And I think they do still have the Boba Fett in stock, and maybe even Mondo. But if I buy these from Sideshow, the figures themselves, again, I live in Canada, so they're about 950 Canadian dollars. Then you add shipping and import fees. Buying these from Sideshow is not worth it, because if I do, I'm gonna spend over $1,000 on this. I'm gonna lose, a few $100s, because there's no way I can, make my money back. So most of these I bought on secondary market, on Facebook groups, and most of them, they are brand new. And I pretty much saved $400 to $500 a piece by buying them on a secondary market. And in fact, I should have mentioned this point in the other video, the negative part. Losing money on figures because they depreciate in value is definitely a valid point. So again, it's not a big deal. I mentioned in this video, so it's all good. So yeah, let me know, guys, in the comments below, what do you prefer about your collection? Do you collect other things than action figures? I know some people are into shoes, purses, watches, whatever. Everybody collects something. Let me know what your favorite figure is. Make sure to subscribe, follow me on TikTok. And yeah, stay tuned. I'm gonna post another video soon. Let me know if you guys wanna see some reviews on the figures in my channel. I'm gonna upload the video of the Ecto 1 soon. This is gonna be a big one. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. See you soon on the next video. Take care and bye bye.